And we are rolling.
All right.
I got to make us some intro music or something.
Good morning. Welcome to Driver Talk episode 4. 4?
Yep. We haven't even posted 3 yet, but
yeah, 4's on its way.
We're rocking. Rocking and rolling.
Yeah.
What should we talk about today?
Well, did you drive?
I did a little bit this week.
I only did a little bit this week too.
I had this, I think I talked about this before, but this lady left her ID in my car. No, I don't want to show it up because of that business stuff. Yeah. And I'm like, I messaged her too and was like, hey, I think you left your ID in my car. No response. So
I have never really had a whole bunch of stuff left in my car. Once a phone. I drove and had that small world story I was telling you about. So I used to work for Southwest Airlines, and I have an unusual name. And this guy in the back, he when I told him I used to work for Southwest, he's like, "Oh, you probably know my friend Rochelle." And I totally did know her. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. My craziest drive ever, I think, is when the lady got in and she goes, "Oh, I used to work with a really nice lady with that name." And I knew it was me. I was like turning my head, all looking at her like, "What?" And she's like, "Oh my God, it's you." So we worked together in 1999. She totally recognized my name. And
Jesus.
I'm glad she said a really nice lady. I'm glad she didn't say, I worked with this fucking bitch. You know, I've been terrible.
It's total ass.
I worked with this total asshole and that same name. But no, she did say nice lady, so I'm happy about that.
It's funny because I was thinking about this the other day. It is such a small world that you really do have to be careful about what you say to who.
Yeah.
Even if it's honest. I mean, be honest, obviously, but like I've noticed this. It's like I've said stuff and then I'm like, oh, I'm glad I didn't like say anything too much because like this guy knows this guy, and they would have been like, you know.
It's true, especially in this town. This is probably the smallest big city you've ever been to.
Well, this DJ that I drove, he told me, he's like, because I told him I was from LA, and he's like, Albuquerque's great, but it's like a big small town.
It's exactly
because he's like, dude, I can't hook up with a girl here and not see her again.
yeah, no, it's true.
Like, oh, okay.
No, I could totally see that.
Like, chances are good I'll bump into her.
The first dope deal I ever bought. So we moved down here 25 years ago. Of course, the weed wasn't legal back then. And I'm sitting here, just met these people, like brand new, first kind customer, sitting at a kitchen table. You know, if you've ever done a dope deal, you know how that works.
Yeah.
And anyway, the guy starts talking to me and like, "Oh yeah, you work for Southwest." And like, my mom's a union steward over there. And I'm like, oh my God. Like my very first dope deal I'm buying from my union steward's son. Wow. But yeah, it's such a small.
Like, it looks like it's like off a little bit. The camera. It looks like it's like. Does it matter?
Doesn't matter. To our
it looks like it's like
one subscriber.
It looks like it's slightly like there. That's a little bit better. It just looked like it was like
we were tilted
a little bit.
Should have had a V8.
Yeah, exactly. I have one actually in the fridge.
Let's get it out.
I should get it.
And everything out.
Just be careful you don't kick your.
Yeah, thanks. My delicious coffee.
Yeah, this is like my one vice here.
Yeah, this is my weekly treat.
Eventually, I'm gonna stop. I keep telling myself eventually I'm gonna stop putting the honey in it, but it's.
You can back it off a little bit, but it's so good. The honey is just so.
It makes it perfect. Without the honey, it's good too, though. It's just not sweet. You know?
Maybe I'll try it next week without the honey.
Because if I use the Vital Proteins powder, it has like a little bit of stevia and like vanilla flavor in it. So that's what I think that gives it just a little bit of a better taste too. Like when you add the honey, like that little bit of vanilla, that little hint of vanilla in there, and stuff from the.
It also makes it thicker.
Yeah, it does.
It's not like it's.
It does.
It's not a normal coffee
consistency.
It's thick.
Yeah,
it's thick.
It's kind of like not to fucking, because I hate frappuccinos, but it's kind of like a frappuccino to some extent, but not
that thick.
Yeah, more like a just really creamy fucking.
Yeah, it's like if you whipped your cream first. I don't know if you ever done that. Sometimes I like whip my cream and get it like really fluffy, and then do the coffee in it, and so it does kind of make it a little thicker.
It gives me gas though, so I can't.
Oh, good to know. Didn't know that. Good to know.
So YouTube keeps age gating our videos, and I couldn't figure out why. And then
It's Mary Jane.
it's because we're smoking, I think.
Well,
Because it's like YouTube is like this, and honestly, like at first, because I appealed the first one, I was like, no, like we didn't say anything that was, and then they're like they answered the appeal. They're like, no, we're not taking your 18 age gate out. And then I started thinking about it. I'm like, well, who under 18 is really going to listen to this anyway?
you have to be 18 to drive for Brigham.
Yeah,
Or drive, period. I mean, you have to.
that could be another
to.
reason. Because I smoke on the Brutal Planet show, and no one's ever they've never age gated us on there. So not like this. Like I think for us, like we're really like it's like very obvious. Like we're sitting on for me, it's like I'm in a little square, like hitting my fucking thing
every now and then. Right.
Everyone vapes on podcasts. Like even Matt Taibbi and his guy fucking vape. Well, Matt Taibbi doesn't vape.
Vape hurts my lungs. Like I can smoke flower all day. I am a snob. I smoke only flower and only out of glass.
Yeah.
But the vape, oh god, it just does something to my lungs.
There were these girls in my circle of friends when I was in high school, the fish chicks, and they were always like, I only smoke dank through glass. And I always
fish chick? Fish chick.
I always hated them. I was always like, fucking you snobs. And then I got older and I was like, fuck, they were right.
They were so right.
Totally. They were onto something. They were like, that's how you fucking.
Yeah, I don't do.
Because if you have good quality weed with good glass, the likelihood of you like getting a headache or like feeling any kind of like
adverse
side effects or anything is.
So even joints, like the paper kills me, man. The paper is so harsh, man. And even like I've gotten those the ultra thin ones, which are the only way I can really go with the joint, or those clear ones. Have you ever done the really see-through clear ones? I don't remember what they're made out of.
The hemp ones.
Are they made of hemp?
There's
it's something like that, and they're like super clear. Thin. Yeah, if they get wet, they're just like a kind of But I can do those. But yeah, I don't even do joints because they're too harsh. I know I did last week when they were going around, but
I like joints. But like to Ray's point, it's like one of the things I like about the vapes is that they don't stink, and I can fucking like
it's fair.
Yeah, like yesterday I was at work, and I work in a warehouse, and it's like between doing things, I'm like over here hitting my little vape thing, and no one fucking.
People do it all the time everywhere you go.
No one fucking knows.
No one cares. No one. Right? No, it's so true. It's so true. And I do always smell like weed. I remember once I went to pick up my kid, like in 1st or 2nd grade. We still lived in Utah, so it had to have been 1st or 2nd grade or kindergarten or whatever. But one of her friends came up and hugged me, and then she turned and looked at my daughter and said, "Your mom smells good." And my daughter leans over and still, my mom always smells like that. And to this day still does.
That makes me think of, because my brain is like a fucking trove of rap lyrics, of just lyrics and jingles in general, but like there's a 2 Chainz song where he's like, OG Kush is my cologne.
That is kind of mine too. And I can always smell it when people get in my car too. I always be like, oh, you smell good today.
2 Chainz, like there's some rappers, like some rap is stupid. I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of really stupid rap. But like, and I always thought 2 Chainz was like one of those stupid rappers, and then the more I listen to him, I'm like, no, he fronts like a stupid rapper, but he's got some genius ass lyrics.
Right.
Like there's this one song. He just has some of the funniest one. There's one song where he's like, might call your girl just to see if my phone works.
I love Doechii. I'm gonna say probably my favorite.
I thought she was maybe trans at first. And then I saw a video of her the other day, like in like a sexy bikini. So I was like, oh, she's definitely not trans.
Dude, she's so hot. Dude, I would be bi if she came by. That's my poem for the day.
She's a hottie.
Oh my god.
I do that.
So gorgeous. Man.
Honestly, though.
And she's a great rapper.
I gotta say, my favorite, I think the hottest girl in the world is Megan Thee Stallion.
She's hot.
I like that type. Like Doechi's kind of skinny. Megan has like the thickness, like the fucking. She's fucking hot. Like,
So I think the most gorgeous woman on the planet is Janelle Monáe.
Janelle Monáe is hot too.
Dude, I cannot. I just look at her and almost melt. I'm just
If we're gonna start talking about women, like, don't get me started, because I'll go,
don't get me started.
I'll go down my Latina rabbit hole, and you don't even want me to go down that, because there's Penelope Cruz down there, and Selma Hayek,
Oh yes,
fucking Sofia Vergara, and you know, good God, those Latinas.
Also very, very hot.
I think also I was thinking about this the other day. Like, as a white boy, I think I'm like definitely more attracted to like girls that aren't white, because it's like exotic, you know.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's like, especially Latinas, of course. Like everyone's attracted to Latinas. Come on, let's be honest.
And I guess as a white girl, because I'm like, I feel like I have more brown. I get the attention from darker skin. Like maybe it is always this.
They joke about it.
Like
it's
it's
almost. I feel like it's almost like naturally how we're wired to kind of keep the like biologically keep the fucking situation moving forward. You know what I mean? Because it's like you
I can see that.
Diversity of genetics and like everyone interbreeding and stuff is what's going to like keep the population
going
robust and moving forward.
Yeah, my friend Ellen, her dad, when she was really young, back in probably the early 50s, her dad said one of these days there's not gonna we're all gonna be the same.
Yeah, the same race.
It's all gonna
I've said
be
that 1,000 times.
Yeah, so her dad did back, like I said, in the 40s, 50s. You know, I think she was born in the mid 40s. So
that's why racism is so stupid. It's like, what are you gonna do when we're all the same race, dude? Like, we are technically all the same race. We're all the human race.
So Damon and I have an idea about a short. I shouldn't say Damon and I. Damon has an idea about a short about a virus that actually makes us all look the same. We all get the same like orange pallor, and we all get like,
we all look like Trump.
Yeah, but kind of melty, so you don't have any features. So all of our eyes,
that's a good idea.
Like everything. And so then like now racism.
Someone's gonna steal his idea now. You should.
Or I should just hurry and write it.
Yeah. Rick Rubin had this thing that was so profound. He was talking about, he's like, how sometimes you'll have an idea and then you see someone else do it. He's like, that's because we all get our ideas from the collective consciousness. And like, sometimes you don't act on it fast enough.
See, I feel like, so my dad, and you know those little flossers that you floss with? Okay. My dad carved one out of some balsa wood, and he took fishing, line, right, and made the whole protocol and did nothing with it.
That's crazy.
And it like not even 5-6 years later, like, but I remember like, what are you making, Dad? You know, I just had this idea, and his was more like it wasn't the smooth like this. It was more like a V, like it came down like straight. You know what I mean? And had it across the top, but it was basically
the same thing.
Yeah.
My dad did a bunch of stuff like that too, where I'm like, that was kind of fucking like, I remember I was thinking about this the other day, because my dad, like our dads in general, are like ADD. They like do something and never finish it, you know? But I don't know if you remember this or not. My dad actually got in the paper for this, but he had a fire extinguisher for flag burning. Do you remember this?
No.
This is such a crazy sidebar, because we had one on our mantle for a long time, and my dad had these like
fire extinguisher.
It was a little mini fire extinguisher.
Now you said on your mantle. I'm like, I do.
Yeah, and had like the bright orange
thing on the bottom.
Because he gave me all the leftover stickers, the orange stickers and the decals, like because you could rub the letters off. So me and Jason used to use those to like we wrote like space for rent, and we'd stick it on our forehead and go to the fucking. Oh, we went to 49th Street Galleria one night with these stickers on our forehead that said space for rent, and we got approached by so many girls that night. I was like, dude, that was genius.
It's genius. It is genius. Especially for young Utah kids, man.
Yeah. Oh, that's
absolutely genius.
You have to be creative.
Ray and I went on one of our first dates to 49th Street Galleria.
49th Street Galleria, that doesn't even exist anymore.
No, I don't think so either, man. Yep.
So if you're not from Utah, 49th Street Galleria was kind of like an old version of Dave and Buster's. It was like kind of like an arcade for adults, basically, that you could, not really for adults, but like for everyone
too, but for every age.
Yeah, you could go and like do fucking play video games. And
they had Ray built those reverse bungees that they shot the bungee. That was one of his contracts. The reason he had connections there.
Yeah,
he had just built those reverse bungees. They are definitely gone.
Oh, shit.
Definitely no longer there.
Glad I said that. My battery on my laptop was getting low because it came up.
Please. Technicality. Please stand by.
Yeah, that first one I put in the technical difficulties thing, and it's funny because the music, because I was, that music that plays in the technical, it's like dun 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 dun. I was like, where do you find that? And if you Google technical difficulties
music, it pops right up.
It's Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Bass. So I could only use, like, the first time I used it, it like copyright dinged to me. It's like, oh, Herb Alpert. I was like, oh fuck,
shit.
You can only use a couple seconds of it.
Right.
There's a big debate with that going on right now in YouTube land about copyright and fair use, because there's a lot of really great music YouTubers. One of them being this guy Rick Beato, who he has musicians on his show. And they're like talking about their songs.
Wow.
And like how they wrote it, like the chord progression or the keys and stuff like that. It's I mean, of course, for someone like me, it's fucking gold.
Yeah, no, it's awesome, man.
But so he'll have like, good example being like Stuart Copeland from The Police was on his show.
Wow.
And he's talking about like, him and Sting fighting and then writing songs and stuff, but they'll play a piece of the song. UMG keeps copyright striking him. And it's like, yo, UMG, I know you have AI doing this, but like these shows make people go by and listen to music.
Their music.
Like the first thing I do when I'm done listening to a Rick Beato interview is go listen to the album.
Exactly. And it's not like you're saying it's yours or you're trying to make hey, send me some money or whatever.
So the whole idea is they're using it to like monetize their shit. But it's like, dude, they're talking about the song.
Right.
And most of the time they're talking over the song.
That's why AI catches it. And a real human being wouldn't.
Right. It's fucking stupid.
It's
They need to. But anyway, with Rick, he got to the point where they're about to take his channel down.
Wow.
Yeah, because he's got copyright strikes from it. And it's like, come on, guys. Get together.
That's ridiculous. Yeah, it is crazy.
Get together, YouTube.
Dude, speaking of voice, man, Lisa Negron did such a good job with my Audible. And
yeah.
Oh, dude, it's so good. So yeah, check out Brigham's Brides on the Audible. Lisa Negron. I got to just tell you some of the details that she put into this. It's absolutely amazing. Like the voice. There's a place where they're singing at a funeral. You know what I mean? And she sings it, and she sings it different for the two different characters. Like you can tell which character is singing. Like, and then she also added a little accent because I had mentioned one of the characters has an immigrant from Ireland. She added this like I was so impressed. Like this is my 5th audiobook. And everyone's done a great job with my audios. I love my audiobooks. But Lisa really just took it above beyond. And I'm on her 100th book. So
awesome.
Congratulations, Lisa, for her 100th audiobook. And how so happy it's Brigham Bride.
Also, it's good advertising for her, too.
Yeah, totally.
If she does that good of a job, like other people that write.
Yeah, she's really good. I want her to. I've already got her booked for Road Design
for the next
year.
One?
Yeah, for the next year.
Like, let me lock you down.
Yeah, exactly. Because I definitely she found an error in the book that I can't believe. After Chrissy's read it 3 times, I've read it 3 times, my editor's read it 3 times, and we all missed the same one little error, and she caught it and changed it. We were able to change it in the book. And that also says a lot about her professionalism, that she's like, hey, this is wrong. I'm going to say it right. Yeah. So, I mean, she's amazing. So yeah, an audiobook read, she's great. She's really, and fun to work with.
Maybe we can put a link to her in the description or something too.
Oh yeah.
That's the cool thing about these. Like if we reference content or whatever, you can put link to it in the description and everything. So.
Yeah, going through her samples, like she can do all different ranges too. Like if we ever do, I kind of am thinking about making Trial Reality into an Audible original, and I would totally have her do the female part and the production. But yeah, Damon had a dream he was on Joe Rogan because of Trial Reality.
Oh wow!
I know. That'd be sick. That would be really cool. But I gotta write it for. I mean, I've written it. I don't know if I should put a script.
I wish my dad wasn't such a putz because I could have got him on Joe Rogan. He's, you know, I love the guy, but he's fucking an asshole. But like that whole thing, it was like, because it's so funny too, because I feel like I'm good at reading the kind of tea leaves, because so my dad was a pro wrestler, if you don't know, and he had a band. And they actually recorded an album that's pretty good.
It's good. I think about it all the time. Yeah, it's good. It's so good.
And so, like, I was like, hey, Dad, let me mix the album, or let's get mixes of it, and then let's put it out.
It would fly.
And shop you to, like, podcasts. Like, we'll send a note to Joe Rogan's producers, and you can go on there and talk about, because there's the good, like, he was in the WWF, or the WWE now, but back then,
the WWF, right.
But like he has a whole story about how, and the album, the other guys in the album are also wrestling involved. Not all of them, but like
the majority.
Nate Carroll wasn't like really.
Brian was.
But Brian the singer,
totally
one of the guitar players is a referee. Nick Patrick. So like it's a band of like professional wrestler, like, you know, employees and shit.
And the music is fantastic.
And the music's good.
I'll catch myself. See, I mean, it's been 30 years since I've listened to that music, and every now and then I'll catch myself like humming one of the tunes. And I have somewhere, I have a burnt CD, an old late 90s CD that was burned of the music, man. You know, and sometimes I think people are more afraid of success than failure, and I almost think that with your dad sometimes, because it seems to me that he's the only person that ever sabotages himself.
That's such a good point.
I also love it, but
because he was like on his, and I like his side of the story. I'm sure is
his side of the story.
His side of the story, because he got fired from the WWE, or he left. I don't know. I remember him getting a check one time from the World Wrestling Federation that he framed because it was for like $6.
Mm-hmm. I remember that. I totally remember that. You know, and he did all right. He's another one that's like you, as far as people want people they can control.
Yeah.
And your dad is also not one that is gonna just go along with I'm gonna do what everybody says. I'm gonna, you know what I mean? Like, and I think that
you're so right. That's why I never made it in corporate America.
It's true.
Because people are like, nah, dude,
we're outspoken.
That guy thinks a little too much for himself.
Yeah, dude, we're outspoken people, and we can be loud and a little bit rough, but
we're honest.
We're honest. Yeah, we're honest, and we're good workers.
That's not.
But we make really good entrepreneurs.
That's not an asset in corporate America.
No, but it's a great asset for entrepreneurs. Yes. True.
No, I think. I mean, honestly, I'm very lucky. Like I wouldn't complain at all. Like I was thinking about it the other day. It's like I lived my life as an independent like entrepreneur for the last 20 years. Like through my kid's childhood. Like when me and Jen split up, it's like,
you worked from home.
Apex Digital Media supported me while I raised my children as a single dad.
Yeah.
And I'm very lucky that I had that opportunity. And I don't know if I would have had that opportunity in a lot of other countries, you know. Of course, I would have had better childcare and like better tax subsidized, you know, programs for my children. But but I don't think I would have been able to like kind of live the lifestyle that I live.
No, and I gotta agree with that. Yeah. You did good. Anyone that can raise a couple kids in Southern California alone, it's pretty good.
Also, I was thinking about it, and I was like, I had a great time too. I was like, I like
you did good too. Your kids.
When I got divorced, like that house for like a couple of years, I just had women there all the time, and like my friend lived there, and we just partied like when my kids were gone, you know, and like had a great time. And I look back on it fondly.
Good. Yeah, you did good. I always love coming out and seeing you. I can't wait to go visit the kids at their new apartment.
Dryden, we're working on another song. I'm very proud of them too. Like I think their
music's amazing.
Yeah, we were talking about it the other night because there's this thing. So I'll give you like some of this backdrop if you care to hear it. But there's a genre kind of like called metalcore, And what metalcore is basically is a fusion of heavy metal and hardcore. And in like mainstream metalcore, so if you ever listen to Sirius Radio, there's a station called Octane.
Yes, that is not.
So we got like the new term is Octane core, because it's like all these bands do the same thing. They have like a guy that's like yo yo, and it's like and then a thingy chorus.
Totally.
And so Dryden was like, he's like, we're not doing the singing shit.
We're not doing the Octane.
No Octane core.
Okay.
And his buddies are kind of like, why don't we do like this melodic part on this song? He's like, no.
We're not doing it. We're not
doing it. The guitars are the melody. The vocals are raw vocal. It's hardcore, so they're not going to do. So I respect that. I'm like, because it's easier to try to like go fit in with like what's popular and assimilate to that and try to like
true to try and get your name out there.
Yeah,
heavy metal is a niche.
It is.
You know,
but also people respect you a lot more if you stay in that way.
Right.
Completely in the metal world, especially.
Stay true to who you are,
Yeah.
and I totally agree about that too.
Because even Metallica, it's like, okay, I love Metallica. I think as much as like I dislike some of Metallica's like more mainstream type stuff, I feel like they did it because they wanted to do it. It was like an honest progression for them. Like I don't think they did it because they were like, oh, we're gonna sell out and make these songs. I think they really wanted to write songs like that. I think they were like, dude, we've been hacking it out in the underground. I mean, Metallica was a band too that even when they were underground, they were super popular. You know what I mean? Like they always had a cult following.
True.
So, but they're one of the few bands in metal that like I think they navigated those waters so well because they were able to kind of like break through into the mainstream and gain like a whole larger, like gain that larger mainstream fan base, but also still keep a lot of the metal fans that aren't like total pricks and like, oh, fuck you.
No, totally.
And then they were able to kind of veer back now to like that style of music, but
right, because they have a following.
Yeah, and I was watching this clip of them from the 90s on MTV News, and it was like Metallica headlined Lollapalooza one year.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. I actually totally remember that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was funny because like on MTV News, they're like going to this like group of like cheerleaders, and they're like, what are you guys looking forward to? They're like, we can't wait to see Metallica.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, there it is. And
there it is.
Kirk Hammett even said this in the interview. He was like, our concerts were pretty much exclusively male until we put out like the Black Album.
I believe it.
And then women started.
I didn't start listening to him until the Black Album.
Right.
No doubt about it. It's true.
And we were kind of talking about this last night on our Brutal Planet show about just like how metal, because our audience, like if you look at our audience demographics on that channel, it's like 98% male and 2% female, you know, which 2% is actually up from what it was. Thanks, ladies. But
yeah, mine's just the opposite as far as my demographics of my books is, and I write for women. Like I only like the Dragon from Guangzhou.
It makes sense.
Dudes would like that one. That's my most dude. So if you want to check out my books and you're a guy, Dragon from Guangzhou is definitely my best dude book.
Well, and here's the thing too. It's kind of like the best art is you being your authentic self. So that's going to appeal to people that, you know, maybe have similar interests as you do. And so it only makes sense. It's like with metal, like you're not going into it thinking like, oh, I'm going to like, it's not like being Justin Bieber. Like you're not going into like a metal band thinking like, wow, there's just going to be throngs of like hot teenage girls
throwing themselves at me right now. No, you're playing for the dudes.
Yeah,
no, you're right.
It's totally for the.
You got right. There's very few girls down in that pocket, you know?
Yeah. To make good art, you have to make it for yourself.
I think that too.
Yeah.
That's why, like, because everyone's like, well, what kind of writer? Like, I really would like to write in all the genres. Like, I would like to explore, like, the trial reality,
whatever inspires
sci-fi, and I have the love story, and I have the historical fiction, you know. But
yeah, whatever inspires you. That's the thing. So it's funny because I was in athletics in high school, right? And people are like, "Oh, you're gonna be a wrestler like your dad?" Oh, fuck no.
No.
Even football, I have a state championship ring, but it's like I got to a point with athletics where I'm like, this is very two-dimensional, limiting, like path in life. Because first of all, I'm only gonna be able to squeeze 10 or 15 years out of my body before I'm gonna be outclassed by the next generation of young fit athletes. But also it's like music was so much more appealing to me because like I just said, whatever inspires me is where I can go. There's
Yeah,
no
it's true.
limits whatsoever to art. Like,
No, it's true.
you can go wherever you want.
And that's what we all should be doing. We all should be doing what we love to do. I mean, life is just too short for this grind. You know, the daily grind is just...
Here's the thing. Would society really work if we all did what we want to do? Like, is there anyone who really wants to collect garbage?
Right, or be a
You know what
cook
I
in the
mean?
cafeteria. That was one of my drives yesterday. I had a really nice lady and her daughter who were cooks at the UNM cafeteria, and thank God for them. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, and I'm not saying that like everyone shouldn't do what they want to do, but also it's like we
have to do
we
right.
do need people to not to do things they don't want to do.
We need people like my husband who's
Yeah.
gonna go and fix and make and build and maintain and
the
all
thing
of that
about
stuff.
the thing about someone like Ray is that he's one of the rare people that like that is his passion in his art. Like
True.
he
He
like,
is passionate about it.
right. That's what I'm saying though, but that's great. That's like so I think to your point, it's like you can probably find people that are passionate about cleaning up and like collecting garbage and making sure things look great. And that's what we should be doing is being like, who's like the person who like does like waste management for the city should be someone who's like, I really want the city to look clean.
That's where we should put our AI. Let's have the AI collect the trash.
Totally.
Let's have AI do the
robots.
Yeah. Let's find the jobs that people really don't want to do, and then have the AI do that.
It's such a like the next 100 years are going to be crazy.
Way interesting.
Because also it's like once that happens, like because here's the thing. For someone like me, I have a lot of like interests outside of like my day-to-day life. But not everyone has that. So like when the robots start doing all the work that day-to-day people do, then what? Like what's going to happen to those people that are like, are they going to have to find a passion or like?
I've thought about that too. So that's also something I hadn't given thought about. So I always ask people like, well, when you were a little kid, what did you want to be? Because not a lot of people say I wanted to be a trash collector when they were a little kid.
No one says that.
Exactly. So that's where you got.
Different.
That's where you start though. Like what did you want to do when you were a little kid? When I was a little kid, I wanted to be an author, and I wanted to be an illustrator, and I wanted to draw the pictures for my own books and be the illustrators. All of my books that I made, I had drawn all the pictures. And
I forgot how great of an artist you are too. Like I had your painting. I still have your painting.
Thanks, man.
Of the guitars.
I think back then, counselors and adults were really real, and they were like, look, man, this is a really hard field to get into. Maybe you should focus over here. You'd be better in sales, you'd be better in management. Like let the art stuff go. I actually had an opportunity for a partial scholarship at Dixie College, and everybody, and including your dad, was like, dude, like, don't take it. Yep, stay. No, don't take it. Nope, don't take it. Like, don't go into the art way, because what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do with your degree to get an art? Like, but I wanted to more be into marketing, and had I gone that way, computers would have launched, because back then there were no computers. Everything was all drawn out. We had the big draft boards and all that shit. Now, like if I would have gone that direction and I would have gotten into computers, I am good at sales, and I have made a good living in sales and throughout my life. But I think I could have done the art. Anyway, thanks for saying that, because I different life.
You've always been a good artist. I remember Grandma taking me to like a performance of Cirque du Soleil you were in and shit. Like Grandma was always fucking like big up in your art.
Yeah,
shit.
Grandma and I we were tight. He's one of my biggest fans. There's no doubt about it.
Grandma, like I said it, Grandma has such a huge influence on my life. Like
me too.
I think about her all the time.
All the time.
Every day.
Me too, dude. Me too.
I even remember, like I said the other day, I even remember her phone number.
Oh, I do too.
785-3604.
Yeah. What's funny is, and I can remember my own home phone number, 801-756-9547. I can't tell you what my daughter's cell phone number is.
Yeah.
But I can tell you what my phone number was.
But back then,
in elementary school.
Yeah, back then we had to remember our phone numbers.
Yeah, do you remember the cupboard that you'd have a handwritten thing taped on the inside with all the neighbors' phone numbers that you could call?
It's like
the police department numbers were down at the bottom. I know I'm sold. There was no 911 when I was young.
That's great.
I know, I'm old. And in some ways, I'm glad, because what we were just saying, like in the next few years, things are going to get crazy. The next couple decades are going to be way crazy. But I'm around the third. You know, I only got 20 years left. You know, maybe 25.
I also think we don't give our children enough credit, like because we were talking about this last night with because we were talking about AI music. I should maybe show you this. Like we can show it on here. Actually, I think I have the clip. But since we've been talking about AI, but we got into it because we were talking about how just like kids today have like a different reality than we did because of the internet, but also like kids today are wise to that, and they're kind of like disconnecting from the internet in large numbers. Like there's more of a trend to like I said, like my kids, they don't do social media really. They do like maybe Snapchat sometimes if they're
or a post for a big event that they were included in or whatever. My grandkids too. My kids and grandkids, they both are, and I think it's smart. And that being said, I'm grateful there was no social media when I was a kid. Oh my god.
But also it's the same dynamic like when I was a kid. It's like, you're going to rot your brain with those video games. Get off that Nintendo. You're always on that Nintendo playing video games all day.
It's sorry, but yes.
Now it's the phone. It's like, you're always on the phone. It's like, yeah, of course. Every generation has their thing.
It's true.
And you might not relate to it. But anyway.
I'm just grateful, again, being a Gen Xer, that we got to see both sides. We're the last generation.
We straddled the internet.
We straddled it, yep. First computer came to my school the year I was a senior in high school, and they had to move up all the desks for the receptionists and secretaries because the computer took literally the whole wall, and it was all just so they could call home and let the parents know that we missed it.
So check this out. I won a science fair.
Wow.
And my project was on how video games work, and but it was really me who did all the work. So like I had a partner, David Taylor, but he didn't really do anything but hang out.
Way to slap David Taylor.
David Taylor, he's a good dude. He actually, so this guy, crazy sidebar, this guy like later on, like when we were in our teen years, caught on fire and almost died. Like he was badly burned, young Mormon boy, but he ended up surviving, and he's a great dude. So props to David Taylor. But at this time, I think if David was here, he would agree. Like Dustin did most of the work on this project. Because it was so.
Now we've established that.
Anyway, the point,
how video games work.
The point of me bringing this up is we went to the BYU Science Fair for the second round. We actually won at the BYU Science Fair too. I won $40, which I invested into a bike that got stolen. But the whole point of me telling the story is at the BYU Science Fair, our competition was a guy who had a computer that could play 5 seconds of a Van Halen song. And that was like, I was like, what the fuck, dude? You know, back then.
Yeah, no, I
thought it was so cool.
Dude, I remember your dad had one of the first cell phones I ever saw, and it had a big strap and wore it across his chest. It was right here. It was big. It was a big cell phone, and he was a big guy. So, but yeah, he pulled that thing out.
The big box phone.
The big box phone, yeah, dude. And I remember thinking, like, that is the coolest shit I've ever seen.
Technology moves so fast, too. It's like from 2000 on, you think about it, it's like 2007 is when the iPhone dropped. Like, we kind of had cell phones. Cell phones were starting to take. I remember
my mom kept hers in a box on the shelf for emergency. She never used it. Yeah.
Oh.
No, not just her cell phone. She died in early 2008. So there was never really.
iPhone came out in 2000.
But yeah, she had a little flip phone. It was up in a box in the same cupboard where the phone numbers were written on the piece of paper taped inside to this day. But anyway,
she like ducked out before shit got crazy. She's totally, like, "Yo, I'm out. I'm out. It's getting wild now."
I know it's crazy. I'm going to be her same age.
She checked out.
It's like past how old my mom got to be this year, which is also.
I fucking beat my grandmother, Judy.
By a long shot. Your grandmother Judy
the thing is,
when she died.
Those people, like the 70s and 80s, were like such a fucked up kind of era when you look back on it, because like of what corporation, like all the food stuff now that I look back on, I'm like all the stuff, the vegetable oil and like all these like
all the
chemical
preservatives and
the kind of corporatization of the food system.
That being said, dude, I was that Gen X kid that was like, I love Twinkies! You know, like, Hot Pockets are the best!
Yo, look at pictures of me when I'm like, boo.
True.
Like derpy, but I got like the fucking pouch under my chin, and I'm like, ooh.
You were a little derpy. You were cute.
I was a fat kid. Yeah, I was a little fat kid. I was a fat kid until I fucking stretched out, you know. But also, again, it's like I don't think it's a lot of their people's fault anymore. Like when we saw it, I remember being at Homeboy's house, Ray's brother, and those kids, those really obese kids, and I looked at them like not with like fuck those kids because they're fat, but like, oh my God, what are we doing?
Right. You know
what is doing that to kids that are that age?
Right.
Those kids are like 10 years old, and the guy looks like the fucking Michelin thing. I'm like, dude, that is not okay. That is not fucking like, that's not his fault. That's the thing that fucked me up about it. I'm like, dude, because that's the first thing I thought when I looked at that kid. I'm like, dude, holy shit.
That's
like,
not the first time you said it too. And I do know exactly what you're saying. I totally know exactly what you're saying.
But anyway, the point of me bringing that up is that's that era too. Like your mom and my mom's era of like when we're like, oh, now we can just microwave everything.
It's just
I
remember my dad and cousin Jerry packing in. So two full-grown men to pack in the microwave up the stairs, and the thing was massive and heavy.
And it got worse from that era. It's like that, but that's a good like kind of like the bookend to that era, right?
No, it's true.
Like that was the start of that era where we're like, oh, let's eat Hot Pockets and plastic shit that we get out of the fucking
plastics. I remember,
and that's why that generation's all dying of cancer.
My brother's was the baby that switched from the cloth diapers to the plastic diapers, and I remember the big debate over, my mom and her friends with the kids debating over which is better, but.
We might have talked about this last time, but I saw like the pictures of my kids really fucked me up because my kids, when they were little, were skinny, and then we started working. We went back to work. Me and their mom went back to work, and we're like on family on the run. Oh, get a Happy Meal. Oh, get a fucking Hot Pocket. And then
here's a burrito from freaking Taco.
Ballooned, yeah. And I saw the picture of them, and I was like, whoa. Like I feel personally responsible. Now they're adults and they eat for themselves and they're smart, But it's like. That
is all about.
That's just shit that we didn't think about in that era because we just assumed that everyone had our best interests in mind.
The FDA, taking care of the
right?
government. Uncle Sam had our backs back then.
And that like McDonald's was a good company that just made hamburgers.
Mm-hmm.
And again,
it was real meat. And
not to unfairly single out McDonald's because it's not just them. And I think McDonald's, like of all those companies, makes an honest effort to like do better. But the reality is too, as consumers, we change those trends. Like if you look at like Whole Foods, the rise of like Whole Foods and stuff like that, it's a consumer based. It's like
everything is.
Because people want good, clean food. They're like, everyone knows, like, yo, that was wrong.
No,
the way we let fucking.
That's the thing. You can prove it now. We watched the thing last night on that GOP one. I can't remember I love the interviewer too. I just can't remember his name, but I love him. Mm-hmm. And but this guy was a specialist on specifically about diabetes and food and how food has caused like the more sicknesses that we have nowadays than we had back then. And then they were talking about the GLP, and he's like, is it going to help people? He's like, yeah, it's genuinely helps people, but because of especially people who ate like I ate when I was younger. A lot of the things that he was saying, I'm like, yep, that's me. I am kind of a great candidate.
What is GLP?
It's some kind of, it relates to insulin and like how your body creates insulin. And so a lot of times, like, remember I told you I used to always have sugar cravings. I never felt full. I mean, all of these things was all to do with the GLP. I'll have to Google it.
Well, the keto thing
what
too,
it actually is.
I noticed when I eat, like yesterday, I ate guacamole. I just bought two avocados and made a thing of guacamole, and I was full the rest of the day because those natural fats in the avocados satiate your hunger, and it's not like when you eat Doritos, you want to eat the whole bag.
Of course, and that food is. We watched the thing. Ray watched the thing about the cigarette companies. Bought up all the food companies and created food to make it addicting. Yep. So
they bought Philip Morris, bought Kraft. You know who said that first is RFK. Not to go too political, but
maybe that's where Ray found it.
That's why that's where I heard it first. Is RFK was talking about it, and that's one of the things. It's like I'm not saying that there are valid criticisms of that guy, but like so much of the criticisms of him are like seeded by those companies that are like, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up.
Like
like peptide.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So natural hormone that plays crucial for regular blood sugar levels, and then the weight loss. So because I passed my 30-pound mark. I've lost 30 pounds since February, doing the once a week.
It's insulin resistance that makes it so you can't lose weight. That's the thing.
It totally is.
Because all of our food has such high sugar levels.
There's the function of it, like.
Okay. Yeah. Stimulates. So that gets suppressed.
Increases it, right.
Stimulates insulin, suppresses glucose. Yeah.
So, but it's really helped me. Like I said, I used to just have such sugar cravings, and I would sit and eat grapes, like a pound of grapes in a sitting. Like, I just could not satiate the sugar.
Right.
It just would not stop. And then the other thing is, and I remember Grandma saying it when I was young, like I overate every meal. Because I never really felt full. Even when I was a kid, I just overeat. And of course, back then I had the great metabolism. But it's hard when you just don't ever feel full. Now I feel full, and I feel full pretty quick. Like it's.
Well, and the food is designed to do that to you. That's the other thing that's fucked up.
And we have been eating better. I mean, we definitely are on. We've gotten rid of all the ultra processed foods, and we definitely are buying more from Whole Foods on the outside edges of all of the grocery stores, which is the only place you should be shopping.
Just eating like my diet in the last 6 months has been pretty much like eggs, beef, and coffee with real cream. And then if I'm gonna eat sweets, I make my own cookies. If I'm gonna, do this or that.
So one of the things this guy was saying, that this thing that we watched about shopping on the outside edges, he said that if you're into label readings, and one of the first 3 ingredients is sugar, it's a dessert, even if it's Kung Pao chicken. If the first 3 ingredients is sugar, consider it a dessert.
Yeah.
And then he also said, if your stuff has labels, that's not what you're shopping for. Like, like if you can't tell these are eggs, and you can't tell this is milk, and you can't tell this is butter,
the problem is the chemicals. We've gotten so
100%.
far away from just eating natural food,
and all these fucked up sweeteners. Like, I don't even want to go down the rabbit hole of aspartame, but aspartame was poison to begin with.
And they just came out. I literally was just reading this yesterday. I think about erythritol. Like, there's a big study that erythritol causes strokes. Of course it does. It's a chemical. It's a chemical. Like,
I've never had a migraine. I can tell a food that has aspartame because I will have an immediate migraine, and I look at the label. I'm like, fuck, it's got aspartame. And
did you hear that bass? I assume someone was filming a rap video by our graffiti out here, but.
Oh, I do hear it now that you said that.
It actually went down. Like, it was much louder a minute ago. But
I just want to go see what they're recording.
I was going to show you this, since we have 15 minutes left, I was going to show you this AI video, and we can talk about this, because this is pretty crazy if you haven't seen it yet.
All right.
I am a record producer and singer-songwriter currently living in Los Angeles, and this might be the most important post. My job is in jeopardy because of AI, and I say that with some crazy emotions going right now, because I'm equally offended as I am impressed. But AI music creation software has now reached its pinnacle, and I am honestly blown away by what I'm about to show you. There is this program called Suno, and it's a program that a lot of people use to create AI music. And the usual way you do it is you type in the lyrics, and you put a prompt, and it creates a song. Well, it has a new feature. The new feature is hum a tune, tap out a beat, or sing a melody. Well, I'm going to now show you an abridged version of my song called California Moon, which is one of my fan favorite songs. And it was recorded, it was actually covered by Pat Sansone of Wilco and Autumn Defense, one of the most beautiful voices ever. But here's an abridged version of the song. I'm going to do a verse and chorus. Instead of dancing in the dark, let's go out tonight. The moon is shining bright. Let's go out tonight. California moon is shining, shining on you. California moon is shining, shining on you. Oh, shining on you. Press stop. Now I'm going to paste in the lyrics.
I'm a little scared.
You should be.
And I'm just going to hit create. Let's count together. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi, 7 Mississippi, 8 Mississippi, 9 Mississippi, 10 Mississippi, 10 seconds. This is what it created in 10 seconds.
Listen.
Instead of dancing in the dark, let's go out tonight.
I'm not faking this. This actually just happened.
Shining bright.
Fully produced.
Let's go out tonight. California moon.
It caught all the chord progressions. A minor, back to G.
Shining on you.
That's nice.
California moon.
Now let's do the B minor.
Shining on you.
There's the B minor.
Oh,
Now, are you ready for the death punch?
shining on
In that 10 seconds, oh, I love that. That was very Eagles. In that same 10 seconds, they created 2 versions. Version 2.
Another version.
Instead of dancing in the dark, let's go out tonight.
Wow.
The moon is shining bright.
Why would anybody need a producer?
Let's go out tonight. California moon is
Wow.
shining on
I'm gonna let this one play out.
We'll let it play those.
I don't even know what's happening,
California moon.
but this is crazy.
Shining on you. Oh,
Do you see my eyes dying?
shining on you. Tonight we dance as one. After the sun is gone.
That's really clever.
On this beautiful night. After the sun is gone.
Oh my god.
California moon is shining.
This is crazy.
Shining on you. California moon is shining.
I'm equally impressed that I am, like, offended.
Shining on you.
And you know, I bet it's gonna do a guitar solo. It's gonna do a guitar solo.
Ah. Wow.
Wow. Suno, I don't know.
Okay, so what are we all gonna do? Because if that's where the AI is going.
So it's funny because I worked in advertising, and I remember when there was this article one time talking about Google, and in the comments, this dude who from the advertising industry was like, "Yo, I was in the Air Force in the '70s, and we had Google Maps in the '70s in the Air Force. So I can only imagine what technology
Wow.
they have now." So when I think about AI stuff like that, I'm like, if that's like public in the public domain now,
Right.
can you imagine how far advanced the stuff that they have behind the scenes is
True.
already? Like it's
True. So true.
yeah. But also there's a debate to be had about that because like this is what I said. I was like, technology changes things. And it's like, yeah, before you would pay a producer to come in and like do all that stuff that like he just did with his phone, but maybe not anymore. Like, I'm not saying that like even not ever, but like for the average person that's a songwriter, that's a tool. You know what I mean? Like that, it's like
That's what I was just going to bring up because
Yeah.
it's a podcast that I was listening to. It was not it's a podcast, but it's called "What Could Go Wrong." I was going to look up who actually did it, but it's about a movie writer, a script writer, and how they use the AI as a tool.
Yeah.
And
You don't need it to write your script. Like I would use it like, okay, say I'm writing a story about a guy who runs the circus. Like I would ask AI, like, what's an average day of a circus employee like? Or you know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like, yeah.
Well, and the thing is with him too is like you and I could both have the same movie idea, And the way it's all about what you feed it. Like what this guy just did with his music. It's all how and what you feed it.
He wrote that song.
Right.
Like the AI just like
took it
and like gave
totally
him some.
And that's what he was saying. Like it all depends on how you feed it, and that's going to be, because they were using it. They actually created in this podcast. They create these personalities in the AI. They create and so they want a specific feedback.
You can use it to get character sketches.
Yeah, exactly. And
that shit, I understand. It's like it's going to help a lot of those. I think the idea that like you're going to have a Terminator situation or whatever, like to me is like a little bit over the edge, because it's like, dude, just unplug it. Like, and also what you're saying, it's like the AI is us. Like, so that's, I mean, we are violent. So, but it's also like, it's our collective. So
it's our collective. Then that's true. So I took my premise for the trial of reality one time and just was playing around with the chat GPT. And I was like, well, what do you think of this? And it basically regurgitated and handed me back Tron.
Yeah.
Yep. Totally.
Yeah, you said that.
It was like, dude, this is not like, it was not anything. So, because it is like what you're just saying.
It doesn't,
it's collective. It's
it's not going to write your story for you.
No.
It's not going to write, AI is not going to write your song for you. But what it will do is
make it better.
Give you like a fucking soul funk version of a Pantera song. I should play that for you. Like we
say it again.
Soul funk version of a Pantera song.
Oh yeah, let's listen to that.
So this is the kind of shit that AI is kind of cool for, because this is basically like, you won't really recognize it, so it's probably not as cool for you, but it's basically
I might.
You may.
I might.
They take this Pantera song and they make it into a soul song. So check this out. This is
I'll probably like it better.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people will, of course.
Say it loud.
Like it already?
Yeah, great.
I wonder if we'll smile. Smile now in our coffins wild.
Oh, yeah.
Say what, say what, say what, say what, say what, say what, say what. Loved ones mourn today. Oh yeah, funk morning. The absence of our faces.
Yeah. So someone basically fed the AI prompts.
Living life from miles away. They say, eyes alive. Is this too much for them to take? Tell me now, tell me now. Too young for one's conclusion. Lifestyle one. Too young, too young. Such values you taught your son. Ooh, yeah. That's how, yeah. That's how. Looking now, looking now. Falling now, I'm broken. Inherit my life. I'm dead now, I'm broken. So broken.
So yeah, but that, I mean, again, the AI didn't write
the song
anything. I mean, like they just took that song and like piped it through like all the references it had to soul funk music, which is cool. So like that's the kind of stuff that it's like, it's novelty shit, but how far is this? Like, again, imagine what it's going to be able to do in 10 years.
And it's technology that we have to embrace. Like, there's been moments in time throughout history, with the telephone, with electricity, with with the car, with what I mean. Like, there's been these moments of time. It's like the technology's coming. Like it or not, ready or not, it's coming. You're not stopping it. You're not. There's nothing you can do to stop it.
It's like the internet. This guy Dave Smith had a really great analogy for the internet. That he said, he's like, dude, once the internet was like, once that opened up the world, like it's unstoppable. Like you can't. And he's like, and there's
you
like,
can't put it back.
He's like, but there's people too that are like, the people that are trying to stop it. It's like if you're standing on a beach with your hand out trying to stop a wave.
It's true.
Like, yeah, you might stop a handful of the water, but like
you're not going to stop the wave.
There's no fucking way possible.
Even if 100 of you are standing out there like this, like 1,000 of you are standing out there like that, you're not going to stop.
You cannot stop it.
It is. That's one of the things, because I was really against AI until I listened to that What Could Go Wrong. And now I'm like, dude, I see now how it can be used as a tool. I see now how it can be utilized within, you know, with I publish through Amazon through KDP, and but there's different places that you have to check that you have not used AI. So I actually have not used AI with any of my writing, but there's all these places where you have to like check here, check here, check here that you're not using AI for your stuff.
I mean, that's good. That's good because so many people. That's one thing is it's like with music especially because of those tools now you can have these hucksters like throwing together random shit like that. Someone could upload that as their own music, and it's like you didn't create that. You just fucking pipe Pantera into AI. Right. Like you're not a musician.
Right. Totally.
So that's where it gets blurry with that kind of shit too.
It's true, and we all need to give credit where credit's due, like that song we just listened to.
But check this out. This is the byproduct of this that I see happening in music, and I think this will spill over into other art forms. Because there's so much AI slop, and it's so like fine-tuned and perfect. Like what's becoming popular is real music. Right. People that just play a piano and sing.
I 100% agree with you. Yeah. Things are going to start going back. Right. Like we're all going to start growing our own food again. We're going to be forced to.
It's already happening.
Right. We're going to be forced to though. Yeah. Or we eat the shit that they're serving up.
The fucking like, what is it like? Genetically engineered fucking avocados or whatever the fuck.
You know, and it is a big world, and we do need to feed people. So there is a place and time for all of that stuff, but I think we can do better. I think as a whole.
There's a big push too back to like local, like also it's like you work in your community, like like someone else farms tomatoes, you farm peppers.
We all trade, we all help together, and that's exactly the direction that I think we need to go. I think we need to be supporting our communities. We need to be supporting our local grocers, totally, our local everything. Like I feel like the little
problem with the problem with like the food system becoming so capitalized is that it's become like nationalized too. Where it's like you shouldn't be able to like ship food and like store it for a month and a half. Like you have to chemically alter it to a point where you're poisoning yourself when you eat it. Exactly. Like food should rot.
Absolutely. And I feel like that I like, is there a reason that we need bananas in North America in December? Right. Like, you know what I mean? Like
listen. There's an argument to be made that, okay, fine, you can have that, but you have to pay for the shipments and vice versa if they want like hot peppers in fucking, or whatever.
Right, in July. Yeah, I got what you're saying, yeah, for sure.
So it's like, but that has to be within reason. And then it's like, what happens is it's like with anything. I'm a capitalist. Listen, I'm like to the core. Like I ran my own business. I think there's nothing. Yeah. But also you have to recognize that there's some things that become detrimental when money becomes the ultimate goal, like food and health. And it's like, dude,
jails should not, prisons should not be for profit. That absolutely, education and health care and jails.
Firefighting.
Those should not be for profit. I'll add that one on there too. Policing, fire. There's things that should not be for profit. They should be for the good of.
There are things that we collectively. That's the thing too. Is it's like I feel like one of the problems America has is we've been like trained to be like socialism, communism, and it's like, bro, you live aspects of those two things every fucking day.
But it's like with everything,
but it's been demonized to the point where, for a reason, it's been politically demonized so that you don't go too far down that.
Exactly why, and then the capitalism's the only way because it will shake the core of who we are.
Yeah, I think this is like we're talking politics, but
we're heading into politics.
But we're also not talking like partisan politics. We're talking more like nuts and bolts, like actual philosophical.
We probably almost hit our hour too.
Yeah, we're over an hour.
Yeah, there we go.
But yeah, anyway, we're gonna solve the world's problems.
But your driver talk.
The point of all that though is just that like you don't have to be rigid about any of that stuff because everything works on a hybrid basis. Like there's certain situations where capitalism is way better than anything else. Yeah. Like
and look what America has invented over the last several decades. I mean,
you also have to recognize that you can't just be unfucking,
we have a lot of
unchecked, I guess. Yeah.
We have more
people with socialism. You can't let socialism go unchecked either or become Stalin, It's like
100%. I totally
Everything
agree.
has a medium. So
All right. Anyway, that's on that note. We
on
can
that note, I will shut the fuck up.
wrap up episode 4.
Yeah.
See you guys next week.
Thanks for listening, y'all. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe.